Welcome to Heart of the Spectrum. I'm your host, Monique Bass, founder of Heart of the Spectrum and What's Behind the Bra. Tonight's conversation is all about voice, connection, and understanding. As Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month continues to close in a few days, I wanted to create a space for real stories from people whose experiences deserve to be heard. Tonight, we're sitting down with Anthony, who attends the ARC and identifies as being on the spectrum with a learning disability. We'll talk about life, community, relationships, self advocacy, and what it means to feel seen, accepted, and connected. One of the beautiful things about Heart of the Spectrum is creating a platform where people can share their truth in their own words because every story matters. So tonight, let's have an honest conversation and get to know Anthony's story and celebrating the power of being heard. Welcome, Anthony.
Okay. Thank you, Monique. I feel very welcomed. Yeah, indeed. Thank you. Okay, so hello, everyone in the internet world. My name is Anthony Michael Vivenzio, and I have a learning disability. And I'm also 38 years old, live with my two mothers. Have a lovely niece that was here a while back ago, like just like a few ago. And I'm also proud to be an uncle. And I have, like I said, I have two like wonderful mothers, Elizabeth and Jackie, or Jacqueline, as mom likes to put it. But and let's see what else. I also have some, really good, close, dear friends close to me, dear. In the program in French Friendship House in Hackensack that is um working learning facility. They still give us like paychecks in a place of work,
Mhm.
which is maintenance, workshop, and kitchen duty, like kitchen staff. uh I chose like years ago when I first started Friendship House, um maintenance, because that was the most suited, like fitted, because you know even if I have a learning disability, it doesn't mean I can't not learn how to try to cook and do other things. And let's
That's right.
see, you know.
So what are some of the things you enjoy doing in your free time?
Well, I was born a gamer, so yeah, the most free time I love doing the most is doing my game time. But I only get like a half hour game time, considering the fact that I do have a half hour timing limit on my Nintendo Switch that my other mother Jackie put me on for the half hour, because you don't want to overdo it, limit. There are other things you gotta do of those free time activities. Like TV. Just chilling. In
Mhm.
Korea, something. This awesome apartment that I have, for all you to see, with the picture frames there. I was showing you guys
That's
a taste of
awesome.
budget.
You have your own apartment.
Yeah, have my own personal space. Yep.
I like that.
Uh,
So, what would your friends or family say that makes you so unique?
well, I like that they use, like for example, when I go to my program. Cause seeing I am a spirit, I have a spiritual god on my necklace, and also my ring. I kept my ring on because I'm so glad we're doing this interview. Uh, my spiritual connection of my wolf. There are two other spiritual connections I have, which is the fox and the raccoon.
Uh-huh.
And but the strongest connection I have is my strongest spiritual guide being the wolf. And my friends call me Wolfie, hence the name, name. That's an E and a Y in the end. I like to make it very specific of my nickname. Plus, I love nicknames.
So, what's
And
the significance of the wolf?
well, the wolf makes a very good, if not great, pack leader. I don't really think of myself as the pack leader, but I really like when my friends actually do listen to me as the pack does listen to the pack leader when he actually says needs to say of words like that is important not just to him but to his his pack, his crew, you know pirate pun intended. I also love the anime series One Piece. Yeah. I love One
Okay.
Piece. I also love the Netflix live action one on Netflix with One Piece, but between the two of us, and no offense to mom, I know she loves One Piece too. Um, I prefer the anime. Oh, okay, no offense. Even though the
Okay.
manga actually did came first, so there's the manga and then there's the anime, and now we got the live action version.
Okay.
My favorite character is Baruch, which is a
Baruch. Why,
skeleton
why
man.
is Baruch? Why is Baruch your favorite character?
Uh, because of his devil fruit powers, the dead fruit. The fact he's like a Soul King, skeleton man, and he's the Straw Hat Crew's what do you call it, musician. I love music.
Oh, you do.
Yep.
What's your favorite type of music?
Type of music musician. Oh, that's a simple one. David Bowie.
David Bowie. Okay.
I love Mason David. I actually remember this one time a few years back when me and my older brother, and I am the younger sibling. And for you ladies out there, and also guys, because I'm also bi, I go like both ways. I'm also single, and we did this thing for our mother for Mother's Day when we went to the David Bowie Museum exhibit in
Okay.
in
That
in
sounds
in the,
awesome.
in the city.
Okay.
It was really funny. I really loved the exhibit. They had all sorts of statues of David Bowie, and they used the mannequins. They used when you go to stores and malls and they use wax sculptures.
Yeah.
Like the wax. And they had the David Bowie, and they put all of his clothes on the wax sculptures, so that way they'd be nice and good, and they look
Okay.
nice and with the it sparkles and the bling, it's really beautiful. It's like it was really nice. I love his music. My
Mhm.
favorite David Bowie performance would have to be David Bowie's The Labyrinth when he played the main villain, the Goblin King. Yeah, see, he wasn't the hero in that. He was the bad guy in the movie. The main hero was just the main hero was just like protagonist was this girl named Sarah. I don't remember the name of the actress that plays her. Um, hold on a sec. Stop. Sorry, that wasn't one of my friends. As much as I want to talk to him now.
No,
Um,
you're being
this is-
interviewed at the moment.
no, no, no. It's just to me, and also to us, but mostly me. This is more important because, again, given that shadow of me being single and everything, I I want to use this. And I hope, and
Platform.
again, and I hope again, Monique, that you don't mind when we had this conversation earlier, that I want to use this to find a special someone. I've been trying to find a special someone ever since I was 10 years old. And ever since that, I've been trying to find a special someone in my life ever since. I had two girlfriends, but on separate time periods of my life, not the same time. You know, I may be a lover, but I'm not a player. Again, I get my
I
sense of
love
humor
that.
from my mother.
I love
But
that. You're a
But I
lover,
do
not
like
a
also
player.
to I also like to experiment because I did date a guy once. His name was Felix that also went to program, but he only wanted to date me one time, and only one time because he thought I wasn't mature enough for him. I don't know what he meant by that, but I feel like I could be mature enough for just about anyone of any gender, you know. But I do want to know what it feels like to date other guys because to be honest, and again, no offense to any other female. uh I did date women in my life. Like had girlfriends, so I want to know what it feels like to date another guy. And since he wasn't, even though he was my first dating guy experience, it wasn't bad. It's just we just didn't have any connection. So again,
Okay.
all you guys are listening out there, I'm available.
Okay, we're gonna get back into that, but we're gonna
Okay.
talk. We're gonna let them know a little bit more about you. So, what are some of your strengths and your talents?
Let's see. Strengths and talents. Well, my strength and talent is that I'm optimistic. I'm very flexible. Like again, just like I get from my mothers, like mothers, like my mother, I'm a social butterfly. Again, just like my mom, biological mother. So,
Uh-huh.
and I like to talk. Yeah, but sometimes, like especially when I'm working, I know I got to focus more on the working and less of the talking, which I do focus on that.
Okay, that
When
comes
we're
with time.
doing meetings, you know, um, I do like talking to my maintenance supervisor, Kathy. She's really nice and super sweet, and also she helps me out like a lot. Like for example, when I'm like 2 minutes late, she puts me on the correct time and also gives me the extra credit because she's such an awesome super maintenance supervisor, and I love her so much. Almost kind of like as this would say, like Mohana, like family, yeah, like Mohana is family, like Stitch,
Yeah, and what's her name?
Kathy. Again, her name's Kathy. Uh, it's like Kathleen. I don't know, but again, the thing I love my nicknames. I call her Kathy. And
Okay.
she loved that. Yeah, I love when people love me, because it makes it easier for me to remember people's names. And just to let all you people out there, this is gonna get confusing now. Half the people that come in the program, there's like 10 Joes, the people, the guys named Joe. So as you can see, it gets very confusing. So what I do is, so I don't confuse any Joes that I know,
Uh-huh.
I give him Joe nicknames. Like this one's Foul Mouth Joe, and the reason why he's called that because, well, he's got a foul mouth and he likes to swear a lot,
Oh
like a
wow.
lot, a lot. Like
Okay.
kind of messes up my positive, spiritual vibes, if you know
Yeah,
what I
your
see.
positive energy. Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, why is this guy so angry all the time? So what did I do? It's like I say hi and it's like, "Ooh, I don't want to swear because I don't think that would be allowed. So I'm keeping them to their nose. It's like, yeah. Mm.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you're passionate about?
Uh, just, you know, being alive, being active, being good to friends, family, and everyone close to me, dear. You know, I'm very compassionate of a lot of things. The biggest compassion is when Sadie came into our lives, like my niece, because I think she's the symbol of this family's future, symbol of inspiration and also hope for a brighter future, like tomorrow. I said future multiple times, but I was just trying to point that out, that we need the future generation and we need Sadie to be as good and as kind hearted as us, Vivenzio, like Wolf Pack.
And and Sadie is so adorable. I saw her with her big, beautiful blue
Oh,
eyes.
no, I know. She got her uncle's eyes, but don't worry, she's still my brother's, daughter. Even though she has my eyes, the DNA gene just kind of got sliced there when God created her, like birth. You know what I mean? Too many
Uh-huh.
mixes in the Vengeful gene pool that just got all with the what's it with molecules, all that stuff. And when she was like born, it's like it's like
Mhm.
God made her, but he also is like, you know what? That Anthony has really nice, handsome eyes. Let's give Sadie, his eyes too.
I like that. And she has a great uncle.
Yeah, you
Yep.
know, uh, I think her spiritual animal may be aligned because she does like to growl a lot. But I think it's like like a cute little quirk. I don't think it's like a thing would be too concerned about, you know. Because me being a spiritual girl, I do and once out of a few months out of a full moon, and I do keep track of the full moon. I do like to like well, I make sure that I don't annoy I make noise of the neighbors, but I do like to make a nice like howl because
How
they
how does
really
that
get
sound? I
it.
want to hear it.
Oh well, I'm not saying I'm saying I don't feel like I'm doing it. It's just there's no full moon out.
Oh, we gotta
Again,
wait for the
I keep
full
check
moon.
of that. No full
Okay.
moon. Okay, no, because that's what wolves do. Wolves don't know how they don't know full moon. It's no full moon. Then I don't
You
know
are
how.
you are right. You are right. So I'm
It's
gonna
in their
check
name.
back.
It's in their nature.
Yeah, I got
It's
you.
in their it's
Okay.
instinct.
So
It's in
let's
their
move on.
instinct.
You ready? So listen. So you shared that you're on the spectrum and also have a learning disability, right? So what
That is
has you
affirmative. That's correct.
so what has that journey been like for you?
The mix of the journey of a mixed emotions is that because when you're like young, like when I was like your grandson's age, it wasn't like the road was pretty rough when young. Like like when you're a kid and you
Mhm.
learn you have a disability, you think it's like you think it's more like it's like a curse or something. Like you were cursed with this your disability that you don't know what to do and you don't know what your future's gonna be like as you get older. So you kind of struggle a little bit to the point that it gets a little sad in your life, like
Mhm.
depressing. And I didn't like the programs that I went to when I was younger. Actually, I didn't really go to a lot of programs in there, but the one that made me miserable the most is the one in my hometown here in Linders, which is the Linders workshop. For one thing, they had a job, yes, but it was more like charity. Not that I don't mind doing charity work, but you
Mhm.
gotta give me a little something on the side because Friendship Bills gives you that. Besides giving you job options is jobs, they also give you money, paycheck, payroll. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, also the people that also had disabilities, their disabilities were worse than mine because to the point that there were people that just didn't know what to do. Well, honestly, nothing. And that's what made me feel sticking out from the crowd, and it was so sad. And I was asking Mom, please, can we find a new place for me, like program for me to go to? But thank God for my childhood friend
Mhm.
Lucas, that it was born with autism, like his disability, and thanks to my childhood friend Lucas, that has autism. Yes, it's because of him that I discovered the location of where Friendsville is again in Hackensack, New Jersey. It's where the train station is, where McDonald's is, like down there. Where the down the hill where the Hackensack Hospital is. If you know where that is, you know where the Friendship House program like uh like place is. And again, past the McDonald's train station, that's the location where it is. And he don't go there no more, but he used to. And because of him, I found a
Mhm.
program, a place where I can belong. Because I have people that are not only have disabilities but are sane, and they're I could be friends with them, and then the friends became my brothers, and then became like family, and they're like it's just like Mohana. It's like they just I love them. They're like um, like I could give you the list of friends we won. That I'll make it. It's not a big one. It's a very short one, but I have very good, close, dear friends of me that I consider like my family. So we got Teddy. We have Christopher Ortiz. I say by his full name because he's my closest like two peas in a pod like that. We are like friends. That his girlfriend Mary, very nice,
Mhm.
with a tough attitude. That one, Mary, but she's like a sister. It's like sister. It's like there's also Tim Stood. It's hard to pronounce his last name, so I just call him Timothy. He don't mind on
It
calling Timothy.
sounds like you got
Again, but
a
then
great group of friends.
yep. Let's see. Let's see. And then of course, I'm not and like I said, I'm not technically friends with that Joe guy going back to Family of Joe, but they do allow this into and I go, I don't mind. It's like hey, they don't mind, I don't mind. It's like and just to name a few people there, uh,
Okay,
that are
okay. So
Diane. I
Diane,
started
okay.
mentioning it's like a young. I mean, not. Oh, sorry, not young. I was gonna say nice, sweet lady. There's like a fifties, like sixties. She used to do the Special Boxing Olympics, which actually no, she still does. And I used to do the Special Boxing Olympics too. In my time, like when I was younger. I don't know why I stopped. I mean, I really loved the sport. I think one of the reasons why I stopped is because 2003, sadly, is when my aunt Franny passed away. Uh, and as for the illness of what caused her death, lung cancer. So,
Oh no, she had cancer.
yeah, lung cancer to be precise. Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm
she's
sorry for your
a little bit
loss.
of a nah. It's okay. Now, again, she's our guardian angel. She's my guardian angel. She watches for me in the house from where I'm out, like just pretty much anywhere. So I have the guardian, my guardian angel, Aunt Franny, to watch over us and me, and my friends for any time there's you know, and get anything.
So, what are some of the things you wish people better understood about people who learn or communicate differently?
This guy named Ian that has like a stutter disability. I wish
Mhm.
people could understand people that have disabilities that stutter like Ian. That's Ian that's spelled IAN.
Yeah, so people should have more patience, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, more patience with people. Like, I don't think they have that much patience with me because of I may have a learning disability, but it doesn't mean that I don't knows it better because who gets dressed in the morning? I know how to do that. Who knows how to make his own bed? I know how to do that. Who knows how to take care of himself? I need to do that. The only things I don't know, about preventing my disability, which I actually is fine with it, that chooses not to like so much as care like learn, is how to drive and get a
Okay.
license to drive. It's like not a big deal. Sorry.
Your phone is ringing, you're very popular.
Yeah, I know. I get that a lot sometimes. Well, that because I had good friends that really loved to hang with me, like do you like talk to me and say a lot of things. I think I know what the wackadoodle likes to talk to me about. I think he wants to talk about because he knows how to work his phone more than I do. Like how I work my own because I only had this phone like this phone, a few months from now, and it's the same type of phone that my mother has. I'm still learning how to use it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
he's teaching me how to use this thing called Gemini. I just learned how to do it today, and it's the same thing that does the Copilot. Basically, it's one of those things like apps that you download. Don't worry, it's for free. And you go to Google Play, and well, you just do whatever. It's like AI, but it's not bad AI. It's like AI that's used proper, and you
yes.
can use it to make like fun creative artwork if you want. You see, I'm not an artist, but when it comes to creativity, and trust me, I have a lot of creativity. I use the power of technology and art on my phone to make my artwork. The way to get around that elements of art in there in that order, and just use AI and these apps to create the image that flows in my head onto my phone,
Okay.
like artwork.
So, what helps you feel accepted and comfortable around others?
Well, being with these other friends that also have disabilities actually kind of makes me feel, even though I'm still aware that I have a disability, which I do, like it makes me feel special. It makes me feel normal, because
Yes.
Quasimo hunchbacks like outcasts. Like I don't
Mhm.
feel that I'm being treated as a person that outcasts a disability that doesn't know any better just because I have a disability.
Right. I like that
It
you,
feels
you
it feels it feels really nice to be with other people that share my strengths, my weaknesses, my pains, my in my everything. They're like my one piece. They're like my you see, I'm like their captain and they're like my crew.
I like
Again,
that.
again, uh like One Piece pun reference. Again, a little of that. I love it more than Dragon Ball.
So what are some challenges you face and how have you worked through them?
Challenges. Let's see. Sometimes the challenges or as they call them, obstacles, would have to be people that have their negativities and negative vibes. The challenges of of trying to control my emotions have been some like challenges for the past years, days, months, and all of that. So
Mhm.
it's like half now. Sometimes they're good, other times, but just like any other average person, that has their struggles and challenges as they put as they were or usually put it were. Now I know you may think that the challenge of not knowing how to drive a vehicle transportation is a challenge, but let me tell you, I don't really like to really travel too much or too long. So whatever I know is close to here, I want to make a challenge to actually get there on foot and not make it that much big of a deal. Because in the past, I actually did challenge myself and my mother because we did it both together. And when we walked all the way down to Clifton in those dangerous crossroads, like where
Mhm.
the bridge was, and
Yeah.
that was definitely a challenge for me. I can tell you that. But ever since I did that, and I did that multiple times by myself, I've been a pro with it to the point that I just gotta be extremely careful.
Mhm.
Besides whole looking both ways and whatnot, because it's really crazy the connection between the bridge to Clifton to Lyndhurst, and the people, how the people they drive like
Yeah.
crazy people on the road. So you gotta be really careful with that.
They have Ubers now and then they have cars that drive themselves and you just have to get in and don't have to drive.
Oh, I don't have to worry about that. My mom, connects, is good with the access link. So I do that. I do the
Okay.
access link. Yeah, I
Access
love
link is
access link.
good.
I know it may not work for some people like Tim because he told me that he's not really a fan of it because he tried it once, it didn't work for him. But that's just him. That was his opinion. I for one love it though. It does help what I need to get. Montes deal reminded me of one thing. Cause seeing its access link, it doesn't mean there's gonna be a person, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like with taxis, I'm not gonna be the only customer, like passenger on the vehicle transportation. There are gonna be other people that I just gotta learn to just be patient with, which I am, and just say,
Right.
hey, if this person needs a ride, then Christopher, it's like just this happened. Welcoming to be aboard, and just whatever the driver, like she like driver needs to drive this person. Just and just allow it. Just have them do it and do their thing. They got to drop them off first. I don't mind, but if they're scared to drop me first, and whatever does like say like I want to go to the Garden Plaza. If that's closer, and the place the person that wants to go the dead dish is further, they drop me off first. But if they gotta go and it's like an emergency, like if someone is pregnant with a baby, I
Mhm.
say let them take care of the person that's pregnant. It's like don't mind me. I'm just trying to meet my friend Christopher in the Garden Plaza. Hey, if you're having that baby, I say get to the hospital quick. Driver, take this lady to the hospital. She's having a baby. Little
That
humor
comes
there.
first. That comes first.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it at all. I mean, I'll have that, because that's important. Childbirth is important, especially to mother and also the father with the parenting. I know it's very important for to my brother because when she was born, they had to put her in a one of those incubators, and I actually learned that from the Rugrats animated series, because
Mhm.
that's how Tommy Pickles was born. He was born in an incubator too. And I go, oh, well, what's that? And then I looked up, I go, oh, it's one of those things. It's one of those glass tank things that they have, like the gloves that put the doctor's hands in them, that they'll feel the baby to make sure it has that it's like alive. And I go like, oh, this is both scared, like it's scary and sad. It's like, but thank God she made past her birth.
Yeah,
Thank God.
yeah, she's nice and healthy.
Yes, it's very healthy. She's got that Vivencio blood, So there's
Yeah,
also
hey.
we got a
Okay.
very healthy blood. Very
All right.
yeah.
So listen, let's move on. Let's
Yeah.
talk
Oh good.
about the ARC experience. What has your experience been like attending the ARC?
I did it like that one time. That was like what was it, like last month? Yeah, or something like that. And I had to say, being with those other people and the people that work in the arc, they're very nice people. I had to say, they really make me felt just like with Friendship House. They made me felt like one of them. You
Mhm.
know, um, that I was part of the group, part of the crew, part of the gang, like the family, the Godfather, it's like yeah, it's like it felt really good, like really good.
So is
I
that
felt
what you enjoy most about being there? You feel welcomed?
yeah. Plus, I really did like loved our fun activities that we did. We didn't really do a lot when it was my first time there. We just kind of had dinners together and went to the hotels to spend nights at. I had a roommate. Can't remember what his real name is, so I guess his nickname was shoot, I can't even remember the nickname now, and I only did it that one time. But he was a really nice roommate, I had to say. Very nice guy. If I can remember what his name was, that is.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
my second time this Friday. It's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
my
gonna be
second
great.
time.
What do you what kind of programs are they doing this weekend?
Mother does want me to pack a bathing suit just in case they decide to, take us into like a pool, like a swimming like activity. Like, they want us to like have fun by going in the pool. I really
Ooh,
hope they have a jacuzzi on the side because I really
ooh,
love my jacuzzis.
ooh. Let's get into the good stuff here. So today I came over, right? And I
Yeah.
said, I'm going to start a program called Heart of the Spectrum. And when I said Heart of the Spectrum, what did you say? What did it remind you of?
Uh, when I think of the word heart and spectrum, I just because I remember we had this conversation earlier.
Yeah.
Monique, it made me think of finding this versus someone like
When you heard Heart of the Spectrum, you thought about the show. What's the
yes, that
what's the
got
name
me
of the
really
show?
loving the spectrum that's on Netflix.
Okay. And what's so special about that show that you like?
Uh, well, just like what we're talking about now, well, disabilities and whatnot. It's a show about people of all ages, would it be old people, young people, people in the middle of old and young, that have disabilities like myself, and also friends and Christopher and all that, and Lucas, and to find that special someone. And they treat it as a real thing because even though they got cameras, there are no actors. It's all 100 real, and the families that have disability, like children, are happy and proud that the people with the disabilities in their families are trying to find a special someone just like they found a special someone, even though they might not share the same disabilities of the well, what I'm trying to say in my life, the final piece of puzzle of my completion of my life as a whole, like as a
And that
whole.
is and that is to find someone special one day, right?
Yes.
So
Mm.
what does love or companionship mean to you?
See, I want what my brother wants. I want what my mother wants. I want what my father wants. Because they have the partner and special someone in their life. I would like that too. Because as a part of my life's like completion. You
Okay.
know.
What qualities do you hope to find in someone you connect with?
Well, for one thing, because I know in the world, not a lot of people is gonna like the exact same thing that I like. Like for example, I'm a huge fan of Bluey, as you can see from my Bluey T-shirt that I wear. Not a lot of people is gonna be into stuff like that. There's gonna be, because when I dated the Felix, fellow, um, he was a big college brainy guy. So whatever, all the stuff that was connected to him didn't connect to me because well, I didn't go to college, but I still have my knowledge. So
Yeah, I like that. That rhymes. I didn't go to college,
I love what I
but I
rhyme.
still got my
I
knowledge.
love what I
I
rhyme.
love that.
I still got my knowledge, even though I didn't go to college.
I love that.
I'm very knowledgeable, even though I didn't, go. That I know my brother went to college, but I didn't. But but it means you think, do you really need? I mean, yeah, you need to know all this stuff, but do you? I mean, there are other ways of knowing pieces of information in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, besides Google, like you go to your friends for information, you go to your family for information. The library, I love going to the library. That's also says a lot about me. I love going. Yeah, I love my peace, quiet, and silence. Like it's very nice and very quiet. It helps you, like with my meta stuff. So, I have a friend that's a librarian. He's named Tom. It's the computer. He works at the computer stuff in the library, and he helps me a lot, like a lot. There's also a nice, sweet librarian lady named Rosie. Really like her. She's like an aunt to me. I love Rosie. It's like her now. And but yeah, going back to the love thing, what you asked, Monique. Um, it just makes me feel that, when I wake up in the morning, I can turn my head and say, "Good morning, honey," because I want to feel, I want that, I want to be able to look on my side, my head as I wake up when sharing my bed. I did the rhyme. There we go. That was also by accident, but again, focusing here, love each other and love together. It's like but also help each other out. Like how one helps out another. Say like with house chores and I know I want a part of me likes to want to learn a cook, but if I find this was someone that has the ability and the knowledge to know the cook, I don't have to worry as much because also half my cooking just involves using that microwave in the kitchen. So it's like
But you know what though?
that's
You
my way of cooking things up here in my apartment.
right, but you know what? You could meet that special person that you could teach each other. That person could teach you a little something, and you could teach them a little something, right?
Exactly. And we could share our knowledge while also sharing our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings. I really want the feelings because I'm a very I come from a very emotional family. We're a very
Uh-huh.
emotional family of us. We
Emotional or affectionate. You're affectionate.
very affectionate. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Very affectionate. Like for the is it also okay to also express myself by also saying, and also for the people who are watching this, that I'm also a furry? A furry is a person that loves their more like animal people, like stuff like
Uh,
like for example, you know, Star Fox McCloud, like a Viking character in the Super Nintendo, um, characters like other oh, I know, Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob. You know what I mean? Like
mhm.
more, no one uses the word alpha because it's a very hard word to say, so people just use the word furry. Like the oh yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog also counts.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh, and
I thought you were talking about that you like that you have pets, right? And you like animals. That's what I thought you were talking
oh
about.
no, I love that too, but I also like to see myself as the animal person that I am,
Okay.
which is also my spiritual guide. Like that I
Okay.
also have
Right.
of interest.
So are you looking forward to having a family in your future?
Yes, I want to know what the just like going back to it's the example like my brother. See the fact that he and my sister in law like Taylor, which I love dating, and I love and treat respect as a sister because I never had a sister before, and having a sister-in-law makes it feel like I do. And the fact they have Sadie, well, also I kind of like that, because my mom did have me as a babysitter's assistant in training, which she used to babysit. So I think I know a thing to how to take care of kids, the older kids. I never took the time to. I mean, she gave me the demonstration of how to change one's diaper, but
Mhm.
I know how to do some things where I can entertain them, like what I do when I meet Sadie and I entertain Sadie. I could be the person's entertainer, like for them, for the kids, because I love kids. I want to
Yeah.
have a kid, or you know,
Okay.
or just yeah. But I also, if I find this with someone, I don't want to put the person on this with someone just in case they don't. And if they don't, then that's also acceptable. That's also okay. I don't mind it as long as if I'm happy they're happy, then we're both.
And that's all that matters, as long as you have each other, right?
Yeah, and plus I already do have a furry baby anyway, which is Figaro, which is hiding on the third floor apartment upstairs on the third floor. And the reason why I named her Figaro, well, to put it simply, is because even though the gender is female, the reason why I call her Figaro is because, well, she's a tuxedo cat for one, and two, well, Disney's Pinocchio Papa Geppetto's cat Figaro, which is why I named her, because she looks like a Figaro.
Mhm. Okay. I can see you love Disney. Tell me about your shirt that you wore today again. What's so special about the shirt?
Oh, the one I'm wearing now, the Bluey. Uh,
Yes.
oh, wait, well, interesting fact, real quick, interesting fact about Bluey. Even though Disney owns Bluey, it's actually owned by the British company of the BBC. So it's actually a BBC network, like channel, like show. And then Disney saw potential in it, and so they bought the rights to the show, even though it came from there. Also, the fact that the story of Bluey, simply enough, people that out there know that in the internet now, well, takes place in Australia. The Bluey family. Well, actually, no, the Healers. The Healers is what the last name. It's not the Bluey is actually the character's first name. Yeah, I actually love the show so much, and the show's inspirational, that I
Mhm.
actually know the characters' names. Not technically all, but I know the like the Healer family. Like there's Bluey, there's Bingo, Bandit was just the father, even though in the opening intro they say dad, but you know, and the Bandit. And just so you know, interesting fact about the Healers, it's not just the last name. The fact is that it's also their canine like like name, like animal dog breed. The Healers are actually a real dog based
Okay.
on the creator's dog. And also, see what's created about the creator. I think of it that the name slips my mind, but here's the thing: the creator that made Bluey not only made the show based on his dog,
Mhm.
he also made it based on his own family, which made
Okay.
makes it very interesting. That's why the Bluey series is so special, because it's not just based on his dog; it's based on his whole family. And the healer dog is based on, the dad is the creator. See the creator is Bandit,
Okay.
the father, the guy that made the show. The price the voice for Bluey's dad,
Right.
which makes this even more special. And Bluey and Bingo are based on his two daughters. Chili,
Okay.
it's based on his wife, like his the mom, which
Okay.
also makes it interesting.
What career do you see yourself doing? What is something you would like to do for a career?
So, just kind of like a store employee that knows how to organize things. Give people directions where the restroom is. Something simple like that. I also want a job that's like close to home that I could walk to instead of drive to, because again, the whole the driving thing, and not want to drive and with the license and such. So I also want a job just working in a simple job as a store uh like worker type.
So listen, if you could create a world of your own, right? What would be
Mm,
the perfect job that you would want in a world of your own.
In my head, in my own image.
Yes, that you would love going to, and that would be your job, and you would make money. Create that job for me. What would that be that Anthony would love to do?
Does this idea of form a question have to be a mix between fantasy mixes with reality? With this
Yeah.
question,
Yes.
okay. Okay then. I would like to work in as a job, and again as a team leader, like boss. Like the boss, like the head guy, and I like to create a job that puts smiles to everyone, like make people happy.
My last question is, do you think that people with learning disabilities or who are on the spectrum can be entrepreneurs or business owners?
I think if they put all that hard work into the determination, I believe they have those dreams that they want to accomplish them, like those dreamlike goals that they so ever wished, like wanted.
Some of the dreams or goals you still hope to achieve, and what makes you happy?
Let's see. Besides finding someone, become a parent myself. Let's see. Uh, well, I know I still need to try to find a goal of finding a job out there that mom did say she would help me because it's like the spring, like summertime. It's just so we are trying to find a job for me to work.
You could share one message with the world, what would it be? Any message you want.
Mm, just continue being one's true self. Like just be nice and kind to one another, and don't be a negative Nancy. Don't be that. Just be a good person, like good deed generous person. Like just be the
Just be
best you can
kind.
be. Yeah, just
Just
be
be
the best.
kind.
Yeah, the best that you can be.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for sharing your story, your honesty, and your perspective with us tonight.
Oh,
Conversations like this, huh?
yeah. Can I just add a few more things of the things that about one's personality character trait that I'm also into? Uh,
Yeah.
besides being honest of me, uh, letting the people out there in the world know that I'm a furry. I love furries, clowns, animation with cartoons, and I really want to find a special someone, and that's all I wanted to say. Of my last words as well, like two, like last words as
Okay.
well.
All right. Well, I really hope you find that very special person, and hopefully by this conversation tonight, somebody special will come along.
So besides like laughter, I love to also make people laugh. Also,
Okay.
because I know I made you laugh a few times tonight. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yes. As Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month continues, we hope that this conversation encourages more understanding, more compassion, and more opportunities for people to share who they are beyond labels. Heart of the Spectrum was created to build a platform where stories like Anthony's can inspire connection, confidence, and community because representative matters and everyone deserves to feel seen. Thank you to everyone watching and supporting Heart of the Spectrum. Please continue to share and subscribe and stay connected as we continue creating a space where neurodivergent voices are amplified and celebrated. I'm Monique Bass, and this is Heart of the Spectrum, where every story has purpose and every voice deserves to be heard. Thank you again, Anthony.
Oh, you're welcome, Monique. Yes, and thank you